Well, I've been away for far too long, I think. Time to tackle X2, or in some places, Rockman 2. This is very much a well-deserved and earned sequel to the original X, and very much every sense of the way this game improved what X built upon. While 3 is still my favorite, hands down, music, feel, everything, and I prefer the SNES version over the other two, especially the Dreamcast and what it did to the music. X2 didn't really kind of get that treatment, at least not until the Game Boy, and even then it got mixed up with X1 and sort of X3. But hands down, this is very much a worthy adversary, and this one would really build upon the lore. I was really hoping to one day see Maverick Hunter X, but I got a greater chance of making snowballs with the Prince of Darkness when Hell freezes over than that happening. Alright, dive on in. That classic Capcom. Next to Konami with Gradius and Mortal Kombat 2, that intro is kind of drilled into my head. Almost as much as the PlayStation for Final Fantasy VII when the symbol would kind of do its thing. By the time the PS2 came out, while I had one, I was very much on PC. So I kind of levied my time. But I was full on kind of console at this point, especially with my mother being a very big Nintendo fan, especially of Mario and Zelda. Here's some of the back lore, but I'll be trying to help you guys with information that at least I know from being hyper fixated on the X series. That kind of blew me away with the 3D modeling. It and Link to the Past both kind of just took my breath away with everything. I know that looks rudimentary and crude at this point, but at that time it was fucking insane. Especially on console, because I did not play Star Fox until near the ending life cycle of the SNES. Here we go. Options mode. Make that dash up here. And game on. Hit right out of the gate by the easiest enemy. By the way, that's a unique animation. I can't remember his name. I think it's Cannon Fodl or Cannon Walker. Well, later on he has about 40 HP. I gotta get used to the controls. Came off of playing Doom from this, and my hands are not built for this right now. Yeah, I gotta warm up. Oh man, it's like I'm a kid again, getting my ass kicked on the first map. I should say first stage. This is the abandoned Reploid factory. Those things have caused so many deaths. It's like it knows I'd screw up. Anyway, the boss we're about to fight, I believe, is called Gigantic Mechlanoid CF/0, and while it does have weaknesses to special weapons, which I think is a Silk Shot, Spin Wheel, and Magnamine, we're kind of not going that way right now. Because everything else seems to kind of work fine. Come on. And good night, Irene. But that's kind of your first big boss, and X, so after this, will kind of have really easy bosses, with Volva being a good example, but this one kind of setting the stage for just, you know, warming up the hands. What the? Bumped my mouse there, sorry. No. We're good, let's not do that. Sorry about that. And here we have a meeting of the minds with Surges, Violin, and Agile. As you see, their text kind of works as they are, with the middle one being the smartest. Violin, even though he's not completely stupid, he's kind of slow. His text comes out as kind of belabored, and Agile just spits it out. Each of them take a piece of the or a piece of Zero's body part that represents him, with the head going to Surge's, the legs going to Agile, depending how you want to pronounce it. Probably getting their names wrong. And Violin getting the arms, strength, or basically brains, bronze, and speed. Didn't mean to skip there, sorry. And you will see this stage later, which I love when they do. That they actually use the Maverick stages as backdrops and not these kind of hidden boss stages you'll never see. Finish constructions on the schedule. We must hurry. That we must do. And here we come to our Rogues Galaxy. What the hell did I say that word for? Rogues Gallery. Today we got Wire Sponge, who, due to a, I think if it's correct, due to a malfunction, he acts like a child, controls the weather, and I kind of like... When I first saw him, my mind was not as a sponge at all. I know that sounds weird, but looking at his face and not reading his text, I honestly thought he was something else. Then you have everybody's love to hate Morph Moth, which I love and hate his battle. As a kid, I definitely hated it. As an adult, I can appreciate it. Once you get a good read on his moves, he's a good dance partner, but I like how he turns or has blue flames later on to kind of signify that he's angry and you're in the middle of the fight. Then you got Magna Centipede here, which I can't remember what his Japanese name is, but not to confuse kids of what he was, they called him 100-legged centipede, and I'm not going to even try to get the name right, but just a little fun fact. Crystal Snail is probably one of my all-time favorite boss fights and Mavericks of the series. I really do like how they worked with him. And probably dates this recording, but they did use him to find a skip in speedrunning, and now that's everywhere, so they can even cut this game further in half. Wheelgator can be your second first next to Wire Sponge in how he plays, but he can be annoying if you don't play him right, especially on certain parts, and I've had him glitch out and stand on the brake fluid / oil / whatever the hell's in his boss room. I've had a lot of glitches in X2, and I don't know what causes them. Crablos, or Bubbly Crablos, or in our case, Bubble Crab. I like the US names better. His fight, if you know what you're doing, he can be somewhat easy. He can be technically your third, but I'd put him off unless you kind of know the mechanics of the game and what you're getting into. But he has a pretty decent boss fight. His stage is it's short but daunting, but its music is memorable. The music would later be on Duff McWellen or Tidal Well from X5. You'd hear it. And then you have Overdrive Ostrich that made me pull my fucking hair out as a kid. I absolutely hated him. The way he disappears off stage, he appears in the background, he very much makes the battlefield he's on very three-dimensional, and it's really fucking awesome, but my god, man, fighting him as a kid, I hated it. And the fact that he's weak against Crystal Hunter, freezing him, it's good, but oh fuck. I did not like using Crystal Hunter against him. Let's begin. I'll shut my mouth. Alright, let's see if I can make it to him without getting killed by the stage. One of the power-ups is right here, or the Mechanical Heart. I'll give you a little bit of boost. What is his name? Crockhopper? The rest of these are Solar, M, and L. That crystal right there is controlled by different ones. For Fog, Crystal Hunter, Fire, Fire will cause it to be bright, and it'll actually cook a lot of the enemies. Bubble Crab, or Bubble Splash, I should say, would make it rain as it is here with wind, and I'm trying to think of the other one. Oh, I'm going to have a lot of fun. Don't play X for a while or SNES, and boy, man, does it backfire on you. Fuck it, we'll just go around. and miss my dash. Come on, X, we can do this. Maybe we can't. Maybe we can't. Holy shit. Fuck it, I'll just go around. You won. Oh my god. I don't mean to have this much fun, but I'm having this much fun. I just died. Oh man. Even Kid Me would kick the shit out of me for that one. Try it again. Why did I stop? There we are. Put on my big boy boots. Grab technically your first E-tank. Oh, yeah. Back in the saddle, as they say. There's a secret room right underneath that you can fight one of the hunters in. I'm even trying to remember their names all the way. There we are. God, I hate those guys with a passion. And we're clear. Grab you. God, do I hate these guys. They give good health. You can kind of dash over them if you feel like getting lucky. But as it's going with me, let's just make it to the boss door and back. Now, his weakness is Sonic Slicer, and he does have a unique death animation for it. Plus, it can kind of cut through his shield. Fire out the first shot. Dash lemons still count here. They do too. Yep. Alright, let's see what we got here. I knew I was coming. Don't tag me. Now here's the second phase where he gets pissed, or tantrums. Don't stand too close, and that lightning does quite a bit of damage. Got him. I made it. It's actually an interesting color because you don't take on any of the boss's color. While you do get his weapon, I could see why they would give you that lavender and softer lavender right below it, almost borderline on Pascal pink. But at the same time, it's kind of interesting. And you do get Chain Striker, and while it is the final boss, or Virus Sigma and his weakness, the thing that kind of gets to me is X2, while having great weapons, a lot of them are utility weapons for getting you different places. Where X3 doesn't really have that, and X1 kind of doesn't either. They rely more on your armor to get you where you need to go than anything else. And I'm coming up here on another bit of armor. Now we can either use this right here. Kind of do that. That's what I mean by utility. Or if you know what you're doing, you can hit the sweet spot, you can just leap over. Almost had it. Sorry. I mean, kind of not. But someone's got to apologize. Ah. if I just kept kicking. Try it again. There we are. And that's our good old friend and father figure, Dr. Light, shedding some knowledge and keeping these capsules. Thank God this boss didn't use this capsule in the boss room and just stuck it in the background storage. But probably one of the most effective boss charges you'll get. X3, well, I do like it. I think it has a lackluster charge. Number 2 has probably the most powerful, next to the Z Saber, if you count that as a true charge. But hands down, it's right on there. Even though people don't like it, the shield shot from X1, pretty damn good. Our first right armor. I hate piloting these things, especially in X2. Oh, that almost ended tragically. There's a mechanical heart. I can kind of get hit, and if I play my cards right, I can get it, but I don't feel like wasting lives, so I'll wait till much later. There's a few ways. I've seen people slow down time with Crystal Hunter, Speed Burner. More than one way to skin a cat, I suppose. Disc throwers, gotta hate them. Disc thrower is 08 if I remember the name correctly. They're everywhere. Hop along, giddy up and hop along. Get rid of you. Here's another little pain in the ass area when you're on the tip of the nose. Fun fact, if you wait long enough, it will turn dark out here. We're at the very tip of the dino horn. Oh, fuck you. You can either just send down spinning wheels forever. They have about 40 HP to them. So, yeah. It's easier best just to get it over with. And here comes Will Gator. Missed him. Pay attention to his wave, because that's a good way to read him. You can sometimes get him locked in with that, but I don't practice it because I kind of like just having fun. Dodging me again. Does it every damn time. I wasn't quick enough. That's what kind of I mean about him being an annoying boss. I might have gotten him. Nope. I'm all out and I didn't pay attention. Now you just fan the hammer. He'll put up a shield like that where he starts shooting shit. Just double charge. I'll do it again. And there we go. Didn't think I need to start paying attention to my special energy, or special weapons energy. Once again, we're back with lavender, but on green, which is a really good color combination in my opinion. And once again, we have a weapon that's kind of useful and kind of utilitarian. It's interesting to use, but here we go. And then we found out that while storing Zero, apparently instead of getting him fixed up right away, they were just kind of had him in the back lane about. And now you got to deal with the X Hunters. Now, here's the thing with them. You got to fight all three of them in order to get Zero's parts. You got to have all of them, because if you reach the end, they'll kind of steal back what you got and make Black Zero, which kind of becomes canon as the badass version of Zero, or at least what people like to put in ROM hacks for, you know, his armor upgrades. But if you have that happen, you got to fight him. If you collect them all and go to the end stage, he'll fight his replica by instantly destroying it and bypassing that fight. A lot of people will have different names for it. I just call it Red Zero or Black Zero. On to Bubbly Crablos, or Bubble Crab. Actually a Navy boy, along with Wheelgator. Both of them served on the same, can't remember what you would call it in this universe, but basically the same ship. And here comes one of the reasons why I hate this stage. Go ahead and just grab this while I'm here. And this is C. Cantharellor. A big old pain in the ass. Best way to take him is to charge up, well, there's a few ways to take care of him, but let's charge up Sonic Slicer, and it's a good way to kind of put him down. There's another mechanical heart for us to grab. That'll give us a slight edge. And here's a little thing that was not meant to be in the X series. It kind of got left in and would later be a staple of the series. This is water jumping. From what I remember reading, is it was kind of a thing with the boots. But they kind of nixed it, but still left it in. Actually, let me see if I'm here or I can't. Allows you to get things early, because you're supposed to charge up Bubble Crab's weakness and come back in here. Now, if you're going downhill, you pick up speed and X. When you do that, you can kind of do this jump. Oh, I'm going to be here for a bit because it's been a while. And I don't plan on coming back. I probably will. No, I probably will, because I got to do charge to get everything done. So I'll be coming back for you, Hal. And if you're looking for the boss's room and the resting place for our seafaring fish here, he's right up here. Since I don't have anybody, Oh yeah, you can destroy different parts of him. There you go, that fixes our life problem there. Now, he's actually easier to fight with his weapon than it is Buster, in my opinion, because I just find him to be a big pain in the ass. But once you know the song and dance with him, he's not too hard to kind of navigate. And like that, there we go. He does have interesting boss patterns, and when you get his health halfway down, he doesn't have any kind of secondary attack per se. Or not, I shouldn't say secondary attack, but any kind of way to broadcast it to you. Same thing kind of goes with Will Gator to a certain degree. Now I do have to hunt down some zero parts, because once you get to a certain number of Maverick, which I think is just one more, you kind of can't get them. Maybe two more. It's been a while. One's over in Magna. Need to pick him up because I'll just probably off myself and get out of there. And I can grab the armor. Now, I kind of like the intro to this stage with the hanging robots. Wonder why I did that. If you have the helmet, you can find this, but here we are. That there is Giga Crush. I have almost never used it on none of the bosses, even though I'm pretty sure there's one weakness somewhere out there. X2, I'm going to switch my weapons back. X2, and this goes along with their weapons, very much want you to use the armor sets. The helmet comes with a search, which will help you, and like find secrets like that if you want to use it. But the armor has that Giga Crush, and it's meh. Like, you never really run into a group of enemies you can't fight with it. So, it's one of those things. Here comes Old Robot. And that bug's weakness is Splash Bubble. I figured I'd get hit. Didn't look to see who it was, so who am I fighting today? Well, I got his weakness. He's a pain in the fucking ass. That much I will say. Does a lot of damage even with the armor on. This is his weakness. Oh, I was gonna wonder if I was gonna die to him. God, do I hit him? And yeah, they do poses. Which I probably... Yeah, I'll bring up some of it. I don't have to worry about that. Fun little fact, they're little, what do you call those guys? Little Mets on their shoulders. They're weak to Silk Shot. Which I don't have. And they do repair themselves. It's been a while since I've seen the reverse gravity. Might be just safer to go fight him than farm. Holy shit. Or farm these guys. Had to land on the one hunter I hate the most. Come on, it's the one thing I didn't want to do. There we go. Three more. Yeah, we're using the sub-tank. Fuck this nonsense. Be done with him. Now I'm just gonna go kill myself and get out of this stage. One of the reasons why I don't collect too many life points. What the hell did I just say that for? Heads or helmets. Morph Moth will kill me quicker than any spiker enemy at this point, especially with that armor on. And here's his first form. Get that done. Come on, you. And if you're wondering, those are supposed to be little cylinders or little canisters around him. That noise you just heard is my Giga Crush leveling up. It does make a little kind of ping sound. And there we go. All right, let's see where the other two are going. I can probably pick up the helmet. Yeah, I'll do this because I know I'm going to be a while there trying to get the heart. God, is that a pain in the ass. Well, this is one of my favorite stages, music and Mavericks. Just getting the goddamn heart in this stage. I've died a lot, especially with the dash. The original name is Crystal My Mind, which I kind of like. Kind of rolls off the tongue easy in a weird way. Nope. Round 2. No, once again. Round 3. You're going to see me make a whole lot of unnecessary dashes, by the way, because I just love doing it. Round 3.5. Wanted it so bad I jumped out of my fucking seat. Try that again. Now, technically, I can go get the boots now, so it's 6 one way or half a dozen the other. Helmet or boots? Let's just get this out of the way. There we go again. If I... God, do I hate this place so much. Might start trying to use the arm. Though I doubt I'm going to succeed, so... You know, don't hold your breath here. Almost did it again. There we are. Fun fact, if you're fighting surges in this room, Silk Shot, which is kind of his weakness, does the most damage here. With the one that does the least damage is Wire Sponge, where you just shoot out a bunch of leaves. Once again, that's what kind of made Mega Man X such a damn fine game. It's just the attention to detail. There's a little slide. We kind of need him to get to the room here. I got a bad habit of that. Can't cling to the walls, but we can get on these guys. See who I'm fighting here. Alright, a Jill, or Agile. Come on. This used to freak me out as a kid so bad. Got him. I forgot all about that. I thought it was on the other side. Well, that didn't work out none too well. Now we just gotta get the helmet, and then we're done here. I'm gonna go after Surge, which his weakness is somewhat speed burner, but it's one of those things where, you know, it's got a first and second weakness. Speed burner and Silk Shot. And you want to be absolutely honest here. And here comes Magna Quartz. Which I think it's Silk Shot is his weakness. That thing flying around shooting me is a Sailor Moon reference. His name is Saber Moon R. Which I don't know what the R good is, or the R good. Can't talk tonight. You gotta forgive me, everybody. I just started recording this after work. And 12-hour shifts will tire you out. Especially when you deal with idiots. But, I don't know what the R stands for, but I do like kind of, that inclusion. Here you'll find the helmet. And this goes into kind of how to use it. But since we don't need that helmet, right now our extra head, we're out of here. Oh, that didn't take long. Back to him. I just don't like it because where the boss stage is. Hello, old friends. I wish I kind of would have played more into the zombie parts of the robots in this robot junkyard. It would have really been good, because this would have made just as much of a badass Halloween level, too. Kind of like Shade Man from 7. If they would have went with that, but less cartoony, really would have had something. Now I can just kind of power through this. Nope, didn't want that. Oh, I forgot to say, his name is Paranoid S/38, or I think it's 38 or 39. It's been a while. That's his little name. That's just Old Robot. He doesn't get a cool name. Just get hit and farm the health easier than I can anything else. Now you want to give me special pellets, huh? Of course. There we are. Probably the one I hate fighting the most. And if you're looking at him and thinking about Wily, yes. A lot of the script for the X2 and North American release, I don't know about the European release, but I probably got the same treatment. He very much hints at Wily, and even name drops him a few times. He's very much based upon him, with even some of his knowledge in there. That's why he's able to get Zero and do what he does, improving Zero even. And then they kind of cut it out here. But the Uncanny Valley part is no mistake. I didn't mean to kind of talk over that, sorry. Time you do damage to him, he does that shit. Which makes him a fucking nightmare to fight. Come on, you piece of... Yep. Yep, no, don't trust myself on that one. I'll take the sub. Got him. Right through with here. I love these kind of... I love the way they hijack you and like kind of can't help yourself with them. Shooting, dashing. You think they would have used them to more effect with the stage hazards, like spikes on the roof or something, but I feel that probably would have been too cruel. Alright, back to Paranoid. Now he shoots, and they do kind of reverse the gravity here. Got him. Ah, no mana from heaven. Now I can fight back. Now his weakness is speed burner. And now we fight the actual morph mob. His beam attack, which he probably will do, that dust is pretty powerful. Got him. This fight can get out of hand. There are somewhat weaknesses. That's why he's somewhat of a good middle boss. Almost beginner if you want to try your luck. But pretty damn good. I do like the colors here, that green and orange. Almost gives like a Halloween vibe. Pumpkin, if you want to be precise. That's why I also think this might have been a good kind of Halloween themed stage. It played on a different kind of whimsy. Alright, since we got Silk Shot. Let's go back to his stage, grab his stuff, but more importantly, fill some tanks. I really wish every X had what X2 does have, and I'm about to perform it here. Made it without getting hit. So far, cool beans. Let's change that. You have to have the secret, or you have to have this right here. Oh, got an achievement for it. You have to have Silk Shot right here, but in this place right here, it'll grab Hell. Making it so easy just to farm this so you don't have to go around killing enemies left, right, and center. In X1, I usually use Armored Armadillo stage for that. Because you can just charge up his shield and run into the battens. But in this one, you don't really kind of need to. Let's get past him. Bubbles will fly faster underwater. Like I said, I love the physics in this game. They go up further too, which makes you do this. It's just pleasant to be around, but you got to let that run out before you switch over. So the best way to get it off you is to do that. There's a secret, one of those rooms, a secret room, but it does special weapons energy on the other side. Grab here, grab the goods. I think there's another one in Crystal Snails. I don't hear any more beeping. Get out of here. Who's next? Since we're kind of going out of order, technically speaking, if there really is a set order, after getting him conquered, we're going to go right up here into Flame Stag. Good music, by the way. Here comes Beatron. Jump on him, ride him up. Instead of going for that, just make a mad rush for this up here. These guys, when you kill them, will give you nothing. No health, no nothing. Don't even try to farm them. Didn't kind of want you to do that. The Maverick door, or the Hunter door, is right up there. I have a bad habit of going there. Drops you down right into there for no apparent reason and causes headaches. This section I hate because of the fireflies. As such, or as some people like to think of them as, the squirrels. I can kind of see it. Oh, that was on purpose. Gonna power through it up here. I have a bad habit of doing that. It's just a holdover. Now his is Splash Bubble, but I bet anybody could have figured that out. But once you kind of get into a song and dance with him, you can kind of beat him up and down the wall. And yeah, no, you can very much make him a ground game. Oh, I'm getting my ass kicked by him hard. There it is. There it is. I haven't seen that in a while. Got him. If you hit him with the bubble, he'll be locked into throwing those fireballs. You can easily dodge, because by the time you get a second one off, or he goes to get a second one off at you, you can hit him with splash. Kind of make him repeat his battle pattern. Probably one of the more unique bosses of X2. At least in my opinion. And here we have good colors. You wouldn't think to see blue from a flame enemy, but it does match the motif of what he was. Speed Burner is probably one of my favorite fire attacks in X, with Rising Flame being the one I hate the most. Or not Rising Flame, what is it called? It's from X4. But since we beat him and we already got Morthmoth out of the way, we're going to jump over to Centipede here. We're going to have to come back to his stage to get his ability. His items. I said that backwards. And yeah, this is where they're having their secret meeting. At the beginning of the stage, if X only knew to warp in. That's Barrier Attacker. He deflects one hit, so everything else just goes in. Don't hit those guys, and... those are installers. That noise they make when they hit, oh my god, that's haunted my fucking dreams. See if I can get it here. Got one. I've died so many times of these things, I can't even fucking count. Even after playing it all these years, I'm very cautious around them. Oh, got it without the legs. There we go. Kinda don't need to come back. Here's Chop Register. One of your first 3D enemies, and pretty fucking badass. He has, like, I've seen people use Splash, Chain Strike, Sonic Slicer to bring him down. You know, he's like the door handle. Everybody's kind of touched him. And it kind of doesn't matter if you don't hit those things or what's coming up. Because the next boss up here, this is Raider Killer. And I like the way he's built because the more they scan you, the stronger he gets. His weakness is Speed Burner, but here they are. Those little scan things there, they're basically making a floor. You want to outrun them, not to prolong this fight, because every time, get up the goddamn thing. Every time they scan you, he becomes a different color. I think up to 3 times. This is basic bitch, green and yellow. I think it goes up to blue. And I got tagged. And this does the most damage. The further back, the flames can do damage, but charged, I think, does about 6. With the basic ones doing about 3. Now, here comes the part I hate. And that's not the part I hate. There's the part I hate. And this one right here. I've died to that a lot. Now, what he tries to do when he does that is take away certain abilities, where basically you're like Mega Man 2 in the end. He's very lightweight, so you can kind of knock him around. Couldn't have won there. Oh, he got some from me. My ability to charge. Now he's going to probably take away my ability to do 3 jumps. Which kind of doesn't matter. Because I got him. Good thing he's got a lemon allergy. Definitely one of the better boss fights and very much ninja coded, so yeah, before Naruto, if you would say. Why possibly before Ninja Scrolls? Black and gray, or black and yellow really are pretty much fitting for that, even though you don't take on the boss's colors once again, kind of like with Wire Sponge. You do kind of look fucking cool. I don't think black would be used again until 5. I'm probably wrong on that. Or is it 4, you know? No, it's 4 with black and red. But after that, you really don't see black that much on a color. And you think you would. It's kind of like the OG Mega Man series where you just see white every other hit. Which fucking gets annoying after a while. But here we go. Do this song and dance. Trigger. I get a decent hit on him. Alright, bypass this because we don't need that kind of problems. Clear out this stage, or not stage, clear out this section because the bats can kind of slow you down. God, they're annoying. Just race down here, grab the ladder. Here's that secret area I was talking about for those wondering what it looks like. I think it's HP they got here, or is it special weapons? Nope, special weapons, never mind. I was wrong. And we have arrived. Let's go with the full charge for anything here. Well, technically, no. He kind of works the opposite with his shell. Magnamine's his weakness, and I fucking love using it to blow off his shell, like I do. Oh, got me. Bust out of it before he can get you. He'll get quicker and quicker. Stop him from that shit. Got him. Mid-air too. Good night, Irene. I really do like that color scheme with that cyan or light blue on top of that very light lavender. It's just a weapon I'm disappointed in, unfortunately. Now, let's see what we got here. Got everything there. 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 Wait, no. No, 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 no. That's gonna be our fine... Well... Got everything there. Definitely there. So it's just a heart tank there and his stage. I'd feel more comfortable with the legs, but let's try to pull it off. Get it done. Kind of just damage boost through it. This part I hate so fucking bad. Let's see if we can do it here. Get him to shoot. Miss it completely. Got it. I didn't think I was going to be able to snatch that up. Get out of there. And one left. Here's another one I hate getting as well. Especially with the way the stage works. Don't know why I did all that. Ah, almost made it. I'm gonna take the death. I do not like fucking around with that, trying to swing to get it. Never mind that shit. And now I got all hard tanks. And now all armor pieces. Also, one of the best fucking boss intros ever. Like, how many boss intros do you shoot down a fucking IMDb, an intercontinental ballistic fucking missile, just to fight him? I wish they would have had more intros like this. And here comes our speed challenged friend. He'll do his disappearing act. As long as you keep him on stage. Got him. As long as you keep him on stage, he doesn't disappear, at least that I know of. But he does have a habit of running off. And for those wondering, that was a darker orange on a darker blue, which I thought is really good for the colors, by the way. Well, there we have it. 8 Mavericks, and now just Sigma's Fortress. I'm going to call it there for right now, as not to make this too long. I don't know if I'll do any other work to it. But I'll catch you guys next time, and we'll see if we can finish this off and do Passion, or do Time and Passion. Take care, and I'll catch you guys on the flip.